Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel BethChatsBooks. Now today's video is going to be my July TBR. Now this July TBR is going to be relatively small due to the fact that at the end of July I'm going to Canada for a summer camp, and that's going to be all the way through August and a tiny bit at the beginning of September. So I'm on purpose giving myself a very small TBR so that I can kind of give you a wrap up before I go at the end of July. Now I'm also hoping at the end of this month it's going to be quite a tight squeeze, but I'm hoping to give you then an August TBR so that in September I can give you an August wrap up and then keep it going so that no month is relatively empty. But I've tried thinking about loads of different ways to try and video out there, but the internet is very temperamental while I'm at camp and I'm working 10 days solid, so it seems an impossibility to film while I'm over there. So I'm going to try and plan and smush a lot of things together and kind of extend and stretch the months to my advantage. So you will be seeing both a July wrap up and an August TBR and eventually an August wrap up, so don't worry. But anyway, I'll get straight on with this video. Now from my June TBR, which I didn't manage to finish, is Little Nothing by Marissa Silver, which I'm currently reading. I'm quite far into it actually. I am at page 260, so I've just got this tiny bit left. I won't really give any spoilers or anything away because I'll hopefully talk about it more in my July wrap up, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not having the same buzz feeling that I did with the last books that I read in June. After Nutshell this seemed a little bit of a disappointment, but I'm really enjoying the fantastic elements in this, and I'm really hoping that towards the end I start to enjoy it more. It's had a lot of dips and dives into magical realism. There's been a little bit of a romance. I'm at a frustrating point in the book now, so I'm hoping things turn around for the better. But we'll see really with this one. And then the next one that I'm going to read in the month of July is Reece Jean's Wild Sargasso Sea. Now again, this was in my June TBR, which I didn't get around to reading, but it's relatively short, so I'll give it a good go. It's based on the subplot to Jane Eyre about wicked wife that's trapped in the basement or the attic. Still can't remember. Still should have researched that by now, but never mind. She's trapped somewhere in this house, and obviously she creates the fire in Jane Eyre. Sorry for the spoiler. So, you know, it's all about how they meet, her and Mr. Rochester, set abroad, Jamaica. So this will be really interesting. Most of you guys know the plot to this, what's going to happen, so I'm not going to tell you much. I haven't read it, so I can't really tell you much more than that. We'll go with that. And then, because of getting a 2-1 in my degree, my auntie kindly gave me a Waterstones voucher, which I happily spent the weekend spending up. So I got 3 books with that. I did pay a little bit of extra. I only paid about £2 extra towards these books. But these are all highly anticipated reads for me, so they went straight on the July TBR. So the first one is The Good Immigrant, edited by Nikesh Shukla. Sorry, I'm really bad with pronunciation, so you'll have to forgive me. But this I've seen buzzing around BookTube and other places. It's a collection of essays by writers that live in Britain that are from an immigrant background, and apparently it's very interesting. A lot of very famous names on the front have said that it's a must read, and everybody that's read it's felt very moved by it. Apparently there's some funny bits. There's a lot of heart in this, and I'm really intrigued about multiculturalism in Britain, so I can't wait to dig into this, and I can't wait to do a review on this when I've finished it and tell you guys what I think. So there's that one. And then the second one is Another Day in the Death of America by Gary Young. And this one, I thought it was going to be a kind of fiction, but I think this is a non-fiction that's based in an incident in the 23rd of November 2013. 24 hours, 8 states, 10 young lives lost to gun violence. So I think it's depicting a story that's not been documented well in American media. I love crime. I'm obsessed with crime. I love true crime, kind of psychopathy, really interested in that kind of thing. So this really looks up my avenue, and Mercy over at Mercy's Bookish Musings, I think she's either read this or it's highly anticipated read for her. She said it looks phenomenal, and I'm really intrigued with those kind of things, so that would be amazing. Can't wait to dig into this. And then the final one that I bought was The Tidal Zone by Sarah Moss, and I simply bought this because it had gone around BookTube in the last 6 months as a raved book. Jen over at Jen Campbell's loved it. I think Simon of Savage Reads also loved it. Just an excuse to link their BookTube channels down below because I love all of them. I don't know too much about this. It says, on a day like any other, Adam receives a call from his daughter's school. Miriam, his brilliant 15-year-old, has collapsed and ceased breathing. Her heart has inexplicably stopped. So it sounds very intriguing. I just know so many people gave this 5 stars, and at the moment I'm really buzzed about catching up on a lot of the great reads of the past year that so many people have been on, and now that I've started BookTube I feel like I should have joined the bandwagon even if it is a little bit late. So I can't wait to get my hands on this. So they're kind of all the books. Hopefully if I get to read more I'll include them into a wrap up, but I've kind of left it relatively small so that I can actually pump out the next couple of videos for you guys. If any of you are interested in those books down below, let me know which ones that are intriguing you, which ones you'd like to read next, and if you've read any of them yourselves, please let me know if they're good or not. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Happy reading, everyone.